All right, I'm gonna try to make a little less crappy video than the last one. I'm already off to a bad start. All right. All right, we all know what we're playing. So, this song is played up on the 7th fret. Trying to get my camera here to look at it. Up here on the 7th fret. And it's in the key of B minor. I'm going to show you first just the chords so you know. This would be for the second guy playing. B minor, F sharp 7, A sus2, which is basically just, the third finger, if you play it this way, this off. A sus2, E7, G, D, E minor 7, which is just this finger removed from a regular E minor, back to F sharp 7. And just to kind of give you an idea what the pattern really is, it sounds more complicated than it really is if you boil it down. Here's kind of what they're doing. Kind of a walk down, okay? And then the last two chords. So not too complicated when you play it that way. Of course, that's not what it sounds like at all because of everything else going on the song. So, now, again, it's played on a 12 string, so it's going to sound a lot bigger. You can play it on a 6 string perfectly. In fact, with a chorus pedal or something like that, it sounds pretty killer. I'm just going to call out the chord shapes up here on the 7th fret like this is, the 1st fret. Just make it easier. I'm not going to be able to transpose them all kind of in my head. But I showed you what the chords are down here. It's in the key of B minor. So a B minor up here looks like an E minor. E minor shape, B7 shape, D sus2, so just, that finger missing. D sus2, and then this is actually a kind of a type of form, but so many things change that it's maybe not even an A anymore. It's just, there's the A triad. They add a 7 and a 9 and then C sharp bass. It's actually a half diminished. None of that matters. Don't worry about that. Let's call it the money chord because that's really what it is. The money chord. C, G, A minor 7, B7. All right. So that's all you're doing with your left hand. The right hand is really the tricky part and the part that's a little bit hard to describe, and that's because there isn't really any kind of picking pattern per se. There's always, the only pattern that is happening is it always starts on the downbeat with you playing, mostly the chord. So all of that is in there, but after you play the first part, that's where everything changes with the picking hand, and you're just going to have to try to remember this. Think about what you're hearing on the record. So that one, that particular one, is, you know, I'll just call it the strings. G, D, G, hold on. G, let's see, D, G, B, G, E. It's just, you sort of just need to remember that. And I say that because they're all a little bit different. Then there's a transition here between the first and second chord where you play the two strings, the G and the B string open, and then you come down here with your third finger onto the second fret of the G string. And you're using that third finger because you're going to go to this B7, so your finger's already right there. So again. And then to the B. So the way I'm picking that is I'm just kind of hearing what the song does. You know, it does this kind of, for the first chord. So I think I'm just hearing in my head and trying to aim for those high and low notes when I add the little picking in, because they're a little bit different each time. So. Okay. To the D. Just what I think is happening on the record. Again, a little bit different picking thing over here each time. Whoops. This chord, by the way, is, you know, if this was the nut, C sharp on the, so the fourth fret on the fifth string, and then the second fret on the fourth string. And then everything else open except for the sixth string. I'll just try to show you what my picking hand is doing here. A little different each time, really, the way I play it. It's, you know, I don't ever hit exactly what I'm aiming for each time. I don't think you need to. I think you just need to have the general gist, and it's going to sound pretty killer. Whoops. And let's see, where are we? Oh, C, yeah. Here's another transition in between this and the next chord. So that's C, and then hammer on the D string, and then play the open G. And then G chord. So the last two notes are the B and the G. And then to the A, bass note, then to the E, or E, bass note, B, 7. So it's pretty intricate what's going on with the right hand. Again, I play it differently every time. I don't think it really matters that you get it perfect. Let's just try it again. Transition. Money. On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair. No way I'm singing that high. Okay. So that's it. I hope that's helpful. Give it a shot. All right, peace.